So, routines. I get asked a lot of questions about routines, and if you're watching this video, it might be because you're not sure how to use your products. And so I thought I'd try and break down how a really simple skincare routine might look for you morning and evening, and also just some general basic rules. I think the first thing I want to say is don't worry too much. Very often there's no real right or wrong way, and you trusting your own skin and your intuition with your skin is really important. You know your skin better than I do or anyone else does. So sometimes just standing in front of the mirror and just really taking a minute to assess how your skin feels and what it might need that day is really important. Having said that, there are some basic rules that can be really helpful. So the basic rule is you're building up in texture. That means going from thinner textures to thicker textures. So going from thinner, more water-based textures like hyaluronic serums, for example, and then working up to really thick, heavy, nourishing night creams. So that's a really basic way of understanding your skincare. So you would start by cleansing, of course, and then you would apply serums. So any product that's very lightweight and has some active ingredients in it. And then you would apply a facial oil and then a cream on top of that if you were using one. Then you would apply SPF and then your makeup on top. That's the basic rules. Cleanse, serum, facial oil, cream on top if you're using one, SPF, makeup. How does that work in a VOTARY context? Well, you would start with a VOTARY cleansing oil, and in the mornings one cleanse is plenty. In the evenings I recommend double cleansing. So you would cleanse once to remove makeup, SPF, pollution from the skin, and then you cleanse again to really deep clean the skin. You would then apply a serum, and there's no one true agreed definition of what a serum is, but to my mind it is a very lightweight, readily absorbed skincare product that contains lots of active ingredients that are going to change your skin for the better. In the VOTARY routine we have VOTARY Superseed Serum, which is a peptide serum, so that helps strengthen the skin and smooth the skin, and then Brightening Hyaluronic Serum, which is a brightening, plumping serum. Just to confuse you further, you can use those together, but this is a really good example of where texture matters. So you would apply Brightening Hyaluronic Serum first because it's a very loose texture, so it sinks into the skin really beautifully. Superseed Serum is more like a very lightweight lotion, so it's slightly heavier in texture, so that would go on top if you were using both. Cleanse, you go serum, then you would apply whatever facial oil you were using. I've got the Beauty Drops here. Take a minute to massage that into the skin, really let it sink in. And then you need to ask yourself, do you actually need a cream on top of that? Some people do, some people don't. I don't tend to apply a cream on top because it would be too much for my skin, especially in the morning when I'm then applying SPF on top and then maybe some makeup. So facial oil comes next. If your skin needs that little bit extra, or if you're not using a facial oil, then you would use your cream. I've got the Superseed Nutrient Cream here. At night, like I say, you might change things a little bit. For example, you might do a double cleanse. So you'd remove makeup, SPF from the skin, and then you'd go in for a second cleanse to really deep clean the skin and make sure it's really prepped and ready for your serums. So after your serums, apply the VOTARY Eye Oil, and you want to do that before you apply the night oil because that has some active ingredients in it that you want to get directly onto the skin around the eye. Then apply the intense night oil. It's personal choice, that might be enough for your skin, but I like to once or twice a week, sometimes more often in the winter months, apply the intense overnight mask. This is a very thick, nourishing mask treatment, so that obviously goes on top of the oil because again, we've built up in texture. The Blemish Rescue Oil, because we get a lot of questions about when to use that in your routine, and ideally you want to use that directly on clean skin, so after cleansing, and that's because your skin will be really clean, prepared for the active ingredients in this product, and perhaps you'll have also had an exfoliation from the face cloth in the cleansing routine as well. So this will help the Blemish Rescue Oil absorb. And because this has 2% salicylic acid in it, you want that to go on directly onto clean skin so it can work as hard as it possibly can. You can then go on to apply the rest of your skincare routine. I hope that's been helpful. Please don't panic. Trust your intuition, and if you're in any doubt at all, please get in touch with us anytime. You can email the customer services team skincare@votary.co.uk for a personalised consultation, and they will be able to help answer any questions you may have.